I like something like this, but we'll use a green health pack or something on it. Kind of like these as well, the fold out ones. Oh, it's always FBXs. I didn't want it to paste in place. Thanks. We have a green box. We'll export this. We just resaved this original one. And then we'll override this one. Red, green. Alright, I think that works for like the medical box. We need a Colt. Old Colt. Like the Colt 1851 Navy, that sounds awesome. Bringing some freedom into your side project, I say. Have you seen the side project, Colin? Nope. Well, this is day 3. We're remaking a Roblox game. Only it's going to be much better. So ignore the floating guns. Anyway, I'm using all the same animations as we have in Unforgiven Space, obviously, because, you know, side project. And we have our object container system. So the object container system for the ships, which brings us into our own object container. And for testing, check this out. So this is what it's like when you get teleported into an object container, right, for the non-authority right now. Right, and then when you would leave, the character, like when they hit this zone here, they get teleported back. So they're, you know, like, this character isn't permanently messed up right now, but when we fall, right, now we're back. We can transition easily, right, into the object container. And anyway, when we're on the object container, we have, you know, full train, you know, choo-choo mode. We can interact with the little lever here, go forward, and hey, Dova. Right, so that's the TLDR. Anyway, and the game itself is based on Deadly Rails, or it's a survival game. You have to kind of like get water and coal and keep the train kind of fueled up while you know, surviving with you know, three or four players. Yeah, so we need a few more props. I want a med kit, like a era specific. We just bought a new Razer headset, Oh, the Black Shark V2, nice. Yeah, I was running, what was I running? The Barracuda V2s for a very long time. Well, Logitech Pro cable finally died on me. So anyway, like, I have a whole custom interior for this, but we're not at that point yet where it matters. Blindside. So anyway, yeah, that's where we at. We're gonna add the valves. Yeah, the valves and everything are already in the other project. Right now, I'm just getting the systems online. And we had to reset this character. So I gotta clean up these meshes. We can bend them with shaders. That's gotta happen. Yeah. No endless space. What's endless space? Oh, Unforgiven Space? Nope, Unforgiven Space is still happening. This is, like I said, this is a very short 3-month side project using all of Unforgiven Space's code. So the object container system, it's actually to like iron out a lot of the actual like gunplay. Because if I can create a very small game that I can bring to market very quickly, I can get a lot more feedback. On like the controls and how it plays out, the gunplay, like, you know, the model. You know, it's very kind of quick and a lot more twitchy and kind of, you know, like people either play it and they'll either enjoy it or they'll play it and they won't enjoy it. Like it's going to be very apparent, you know, whether the concept works or not, pretty early on. So I figured that would be, you know, not a bad idea. It's a track already going to be laid. It's going to be procedurally generated, right? The idea is the track will get fully procedurally generated, and same with the train around the world, right? So you know the idea is it's an endless runner in the sense that once you get your team and you're like at a train station and you're kind of moving along, it'll right it keeps going, right? And so you don't want to leave your buddies behind, pretty much. Anybody can interact with the train. And I plan to have multiple cabooses, other than the coal caboose. And you'll eventually find those in upcoming stations. The goal of the game is like every 10 kilometers, there's like a city where you can like unload and do all that stuff. Take a look at Void Train if you want to do a Train Survivor. Oh well. But this is literally just going to be a one-to-one copy of the Roblox game that my son plays. Because I want to just have something very simple to see if I can create a rendition of it that's a bit more enjoyable, that I like, and if it plays well, then cool. It's a great little like test project to push some of the multiplayer stuff and kind of see where things go. So I'm not meant to, because I have a whole bunch, like from this project alone, I've actually learned so much about how to get my original assets into the game. So I got to go back now and redo all my models in the main project, now that I know how I can bring them in more effectively. So like all the stuff I've learned from just working with these assets, I now had to go back and like reapply to the other game. So you know, little things like that I'll need to now do. So that's what I'm doing right now. Today we're gonna work on the the train movement, and I think we're gonna clean up the rail and get the rail generation happening, and kind of see like how that'll go. Because you can do let's do a new scene here. I went to AnimeCon last weekend. I have like 6 more kits to work on. For the Gundam kits. Nice. So we'll just stick this here under, I guess, scenes. Yeah, let's just do rail testing. So this will be our rail testing scene. Just load in that world environment. The kit I ordered is Sabazi Verka MG, which ran me like $175, most expensive kit I've ever purchased. Is that like a die cast type kit, or is it just very detailed, like regular kit? No, just very detailed. Let me bring that back. Okay. Oh wow, that's cool. Cool. What series is that one from? Or whatever. So I'm not sure. Interesting. It's like Raspberry Pi logo or something. Oh, S01. It looks cool. I like the shield. It's like super heavy duty. There's so many of those I haven't even watched. It's crazy. The sheer amount of. I don't know what we're gonna do with the. Like I have a very low poly version of the tracks, but like there's so much detail in these that we don't want when we're doing like automated track generation. Especially if we're going to be bending these with a vertex shader, that becomes kind of a bit more complicated. We should vibe the crap out of that actually. Meet a model rail, nice. So we could go t-shirt, vertex, shaded, bend, train tracks. Yeah, so let's do this. Shaders, new shader. Let's call it train track shader. And choose our use a little bit of math. And let's create let me just say this mesh out. Track mesh. Mr. Elgato Centauri Carbon just arrived. Yay. Oh, you're Elgato. Wait, what? You're Elgato Centuria Carbon? Centuria Carbon? What? Like that. Yeah, so there's a track mesh. Elgu. Elgu. I have no idea. What is that? I don't know why I saw it as Elgato for a second. My brain was like mesh instance 3D with this mesh. Yeah, the origin sucks. And then we're going to give this mesh this material. So we're going to do a new shader material instead. So much for making that unique. Hello. Oh, because yeah, make unique. Thanks. Make unique. Okay. Oh. I want you to be unique. Do 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 do. Anyway, whatever. Oh, it's a 3D printer. Nice. Okay, fine. Let's do this. Load in our train track shader. Okay. Yeah, they're not really curving. Oh, they are curving. They're just curving along the wrong thing. Oh, I see. It's because they're... The shader is working. It's just not working correctly. The Sazabi is from a series called Mobile Suit Characters Counterattack. Cool. So we can bend them. So vertex Y. Or we can shift them on the Z. We need to go into the land of cosine, sine, and tan. Not characters, chars and charcoal. Oh, okay. Yeah, so that does like a Z. But we want it to be like an arc. Probably running at 200. What's the mathematical, what are train tracks? What's the maximum bend of a train track? Let's figure that out. So the common max is 10 degrees curve radius. So 370 track lift can be 6 to 8 inches. The counter to centrifugal force, allowing high speeds on the curve. Gentler curves, curve of radius. Was it radius over 4,000 meters? Specifically, for specific values, freight trains will usually curve with a minimum radius of 150 to 300 meters. Minimum radius, so that's a radius over what? 25 meter radius for trams. Oh, the total curve radius itself has to be 553 feet. I mean, so this to meters. Yeah, so let's say 175. So if I did 175, okay, so let's say. And so calculate based on position, so pi divided by 2 over max 90. And this is a model view. And the main is just making the track wider. What is our mesh orientation? It's a terrible mesh for this. So bend amount. is just making the track line. Doesn't do anything. As far as I know. Doesn't seem to be affecting. Now, wait, this is actually working and I'm an idiot. Hang on. We don't have subdivisions. I'm like, it's kind of working. Why isn't it working? And the answer to that question is we don't have subdivisions on the tracks, so they won't bend. Assuming total volume. So we'll do 16. I don't know if that's gonna hurt me or not. Yeah, it's a hard call. Yeah, let's just do that. Because I think this is actually working. I just need to. Oh no. Line. Wait. Nope. I only wanted to subdivide these down. Can we simplify these a little bit more? Let's see. No, I don't want to. Let's hope that had canopies. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12, 15, 16. Asterion, what type of 3D printer is that? Is that a resin printer? Yeah, this is gonna rock. Doggy disapproves. The doggy disapproves. Do you have a doggy? Or is that from yesterday? This is going to be very, what I'm working on, but this is going to solve like so many things. I wonder why is there like split normals? Like as soon as I like added those subdivisions. I don't know why that created some weird like shading. There you go. Yeah, perfect. Oh, okay, this is gonna be exciting. Let's go export. Oh yeah, right. And let's actually get the origin of this set this time to be the center, and we'll leave these meshes alone for the joiners. And I don't know if we're gonna join all these meshes together as like one mesh. I think we will, and we'll separate them again later. Yeah, let's do like a little workflow. So let's take all of this. Let's create a new scene called track Godot. Yeah, I'll do that. Hello. Okay, and then in track Godot, we are at the origin. We have all this stuff. Join all this together. Why does ClickUp go away? ClickUp. Can I like turn off the desktop switch and ClickUp? Okay, and then we're going to call this tracks. Tracks. This will be tracks mesh. So this is going to be our new bendable mesh. As long as like wherever there's vertexes here, like this might be bad. But I think the shader will be fine. Hey, Ghost Magic. And I might need to do a bit more work on this shader, but whatever, it's fine. We're gonna test it out and see what happens. Yeah, so this will be train track bend mesh. Train track bend, sure. Yeah, and we can use the same textures. I think the textures will be changed. Maybe I'll just call this one train track bend Stick it in here. No animation data. Sure. What happened in the unforgiven space? Absolutely nothing. The whole point of this side project is to put unforgiven spaces technology to the test in a very small project. So this is this little side project is cloning a Roblox game, and we're cloning a Roblox game using all of US's code, mostly the object container system for inside the train. Because if you think about it, a train is just 5 ships in a formation, and all the characters, other than them being some new variants that I purchased, uses all of the same technology, same setup. And I'll just give it a run. Some different weapons, obviously. But the idea is this will use Steam's lobby system. So it'll just be all on Steam. But it's still using like all of the US stuff. So same animations that you've seen in Unforgiven Space, same setup, same, pretty much everything. And what this will allow me to do is, in a small environment, really test out a lot of the gunplay, right? All the changes to this project go in Unforgiven Space, so like the object container streaming. So when I enter this, I'm actually in the ship, right? You can see me here at the window, and we're all good. And I just want to showcase with the development test here, like if I jump out, right, like I am back, but let me just bring this character in so you can see, we actually are transitioning from one physics zone to another. Right, so this is what the isolated physics zone kind of looks like, because I added a gray box to it, right? But it's a separate space, right, that we transition into, and transition back out of. So the game is very simple. The game is just get 4 players, have a little area where we pick up, medical supplies, coal, all the things you need to keep the train going, and just survive, right, as long as you can. So what does it need? You know what I mean? Like, what would make, other than the Roblox clone itself, I want to make a dune planet in Unforgiven Space. So that's kind of planet tech. I also wanted to make bendable roads and dynamically generated roads and stuff like that for planet side, dynamically generated ravines. But now I have the opportunity in a microcosm, just for this test project, to be able to put together, right, like a little valley generator with some compute shaders, and put together in, like, this is meant to be like a 3-month side project, so we're not working on it every day. Like, everything I've already learned from this now, like, I have so much to go back to, like, to put into the US build. And like this week I got the mining ship fully working, so like this is all happening in parallel. So this is like, this project is interesting because every bit of work I'm doing on it is all like Unforgiven Space work. It's just using all the same code. I'm just fine-tuning it for a separate game. And the end result will be that, if this game works, like, it can be played by a bunch of players, the feedback that I'll get from it will be beneficial to both projects, as it's all built on top of all of the architecture that I've already built. So that's the idea, right? It's not putting too much time or anything into it. So I added the shotgun today. I'm going to add the Colt. I think we were downloading the Colt, but I want to test the shader, the ability to bend meshes with vertex shaders, because I can actually mathematically figure out, like, how we can dynamically stack these. And my goal is to create like a guideline, like a virtual guideline, like my own kind of Path 3D mode, that the rail system will kind of like use. And that dynamic path will also carve itself into the terrain and dictate how terrain generation happens. It'd be like a low poly curve that travels like... I couldn't think of a small project. Yeah. So like, not like there's no, like I said, don't hold on to your money. You know what I mean? Don't. I'm not stopping working on US. I'm still working on US. It's just this is a friend of mine was chatting with me in Discord, right? And we were talking about the project, and I have a lot of experience. And he was telling me like, Rav, like, why don't you just like, because I was telling him all about this new game, right? That I'm playing with my son, right? This Rails, Dead Rails or whatever. And he was like, how long would it actually take you to clone that? And I'm like, I don't know, a week? Like it would, thinking capsules, like, you know, a couple of capsules, weapons, actually cloning that game. How long would it take? A week. That's it. Well, artistically, how long would it take you to make it have an environment? Well, we could spend money to do that, right? I could just buy the assets that I need. There's been trains forever. There's been characters, you know, it's not super high investment. So, you know, the middle ground is, can I build something using all of my code, using some third-party assets, using all of my own animations, using, oh my god, all the music. I don't have the music turned on. I have so much music from the Unity Asset Store. It's sad, the sheer amount of orchestra packs and like Western packs. I went through Folly yesterday, and I already have everything. I have card shuffling sounds for poker. I have the saloon, like, door hinges. Like, it's stupid, man. The sheer amount of stuff I bought. Shoulders sometimes very, like, helpful. So I'm like, you know what? Like, I was chatting with my son. I'm like, hey, would you play this game, right? Like, you know, if I remade it. And he's like, it'll be like realistic graphics. I'm like, yeah, it'll be like, I don't know, like 2015 realistic graphics, you know? It'll be like old enough that it blends in with each other, but not like, you know, like super modern that it kind of creates, like there's no like uncanny valley, you know what I mean? And anyway, he was kind of interested in me making it, right? I showed him some of the train models and a few other things, and he was on board. And then I chatted with some of the guys on the Discord, and I'm like, because what'll happen with this is I won't launch it or anything right away. I'll make it in the 3 months, and I'll wait for Steam Fest to come out. So I'll have a build that we can play on Patreon. Like all the people that are part of the Unforgiven Space community can just play this. Like I'll just give them a demo key on Steam. It'll be just hosted on Steam. We can just play it. And when Steam Fest comes out on a rotation, I'll release the demo for the Steam Fest, and then I'll launch it after that, and then I'll use some of the US code like poker and a few other things. I got a caboose. There's a couple of like cool expansion ideas I could do with this game, but never focus on it. Like don't keep this thing completely in scope with the original idea, which is like I need to release something. And you know, let's button up something that's based upon the technology we've been working on for the last like 3 years now. And let's see what happens. You know what I mean? Like, what's the worst? You know, like I'm fine tuning Unforgiven Space code anyway here, so it's a paradigm. Like I'm doing both, so I don't see it as being like anything negative, like time frame wise. So you know. Is it doing? Oh. This resource can't be saved. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, so this will be under assets, meshes. So this will be new. So track mesh bend. And now we're going to go here, and hopefully, if we use that new one, so this will be the new bend mesh. And we're going to create a new shader material for it. Put on our bend shader. Kind of bending. Yeah, because there's definitely enough vertices in this now to be able to bend. So we might need to normalize the UVs or something. Yeah, because this should now work. Because even as I'm killing this radius, yeah, it's not really bending it. It needs to kind of understand how big. We should normalize. We should make the track actually be of a certain dimension. So then we actually can do the math. Pagan says Doggy disapproves, but haven't seen him afterwards. Hopefully he's doing well. So let's say that these. What's our? What do we do? Q. So I want them to be the right, like the same width. We need this thing on Y. I think it is technically 5. It's kind of close to 5. I don't care about what the joiner mesh is. Let's separate my loose parts. Join all of these. Okay, we'll leave that alone. So let's say that these are going to be 6 meters long by default, always. I don't know if the spacing should be technically bigger or wider. If they were 8, they'd mathematically make a bit more sense for us. 6 should still work. Let's say there's 6. We'll kind of, because it's pretty close. And we'll join these back in. Alright, so we'll say that this will apply the scale here. So there's 6.9, but from origin there's 6. 3 in each direction. Alright, that's better. Okay, and now we have new mesh data. Yeah, maybe we have to get rid of this join here and get rid of these faces so we could actually, like, we could use CSG meshes as well, like that's always an option. But I want to play around with this first. What are you warning me about? Okay, so they're not bending, but that's fine because we need to make the assumption. We can put the assumptions in there into the old AI. See, now I have the right curvature, but in the wrong direction. You guys notice that? See how it's like now bending up the hill perfectly? But not really bending with the perfect 175. Like, we're getting the bend radius now, but it's on X. which is really weird because the model matrix. Yeah, because they're totally, like, that is the right curvature. Way over 175. It's kind of working. It's like so close, but not. Your feature creep has now made an entirely new game. Yeah. What do you mean? How's it going, Fusion? Oh, I'm a god. Oh. This is what happens when I leave for long periods. Hey, Solomon? Fusion, I need to explain to you, okay? Like that, this is totally fine. It's totally fine. Yeah, so mathematically, this should work. Hey, how's it going, Espresso? All right, so Fusion, let me give you the spiel, okay? Let me give you the spiel. Sit down, have tea. Like before we go on, this is not a typical Revere crazy side project thing. I say as I'm building a custom vertex shader to bend rails. It's totally okay. So this is called Rail Raiders, and it is a game that I've created so far in 3 days to test a lot of the core functionality of my main space game. I know that sounds kind of wild because it's a totally different game, but it's not a totally different game. it still uses the object container system, all the kind of technology of the game. Godot, it's Godot. So check this out. So this is the idea, right? So you are in a space western. I have high detail male and female. We're just using the females right now, right? So we have all the loci. I'm not creating anything crazy. These are all of my animations from Unforgiven Space, right? So same crouch animations, same run animations, new characters, new technology for integrating said characters in. And the idea is very simple. You start off in a little shanty town. You buy supplies, you buy just coal barrels. Barrels are exactly the Unforgiven Space version of cargo boxes, right? So there's water barrels, there's coal barrels. You just buy them, you throw them on the train for supplies, and you're trying to survive as long as you can. You're trying to get as far as you can on the train before you get overran by raiders, right? Which are the enemies, right? There's raiders, a few other like zombies, which come out at night, and it's just a day and night cycle. At night, zombies come out. You gotta blow them up, kill them, and you just have to stay alive for as long as you can. That's the goal. Very, 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 very simple game. But what it uses is some technology that's not necessarily so simple. So for example, if I jump up in here, this is using what I call my custom physics zone system. So you can see me, I'm looking out, right? There's the player, right? They seem to be inside their own physics zone, but they're not really. And if I demonstrate with the second player, if I come over here, you can see like they're actually inside a totally separate physics zone. So this is where all their physics is happening, right? As an example. And this character is now totally broke, because I'm just using them to debug. But you know, I can jump out of the train here, and you know, we're back into normal. So that's all like technology from my space game, right? So the idea, we have 2 or 3 cabooses, which are just like spaceships flying each other, if you think about it. Like as far as, if you guys are familiar with Unforgiven Space, my other project. So so that way, while you're in the train and you're going from caboose to caboose, you're in a stable environment. You know, you can kind of like shoot out of and all that kind of stuff. So anyway, that's the way that all of this works. So that's my side project. It's just to make this interesting, you know, train system. What the hell is happening here? Oh yeah, right, because the meshes. So I was trying to build this custom shader that will bend my tracks for me, but then I realized I never subdivided the meshes in the first place. So how can I make a custom shader that subdivides meshes if I literally, you know, only have... You have too many side projects. What do you mean? We only have this side project and Unforgiven Space. What are you talking about? These are the 2 main projects. Fusion, we can release this, man. Like, you know what I mean? Like we could just release it. Just finish it in like, you know, less than 3 months. And Galag does not pay any bills, Fusion. Galag was the original project, right? But I mean, Galag is not going to... Okay, so this works. So based on our bin radius of 175. What's weird though is at 175, .5. Auto lides do not like meshes being bent like that, that's for sure. Yeah, so the vertex offsets, these have to be perfectly in line with the center of the curvature. And we need on the mesh data to not actually do LODs on the input settings. Sea of Clouds. Yeah, Sea of Clouds though reached a wall where we needed to do a whole bunch of pixel art, and that was the end of Sea of Clouds. You love trains? That's awesome. How's it going, 7-Up? You might love this game, or you might not love this game. Who knows? Just in short tangents, let's not create shadow. Let's do not bake lighting, please. No animations, name skins. Sure. Re-import. We can, yeah. What is this game? So this game is called Rail Raiders, and it is a train game for people who like trains and survival. And it's very simple. You have a train, and you're in the middle of a city. Like you start off in a little like western town. You buy supplies, you put the supplies on the train, you go with 4 people on the train, and you see how far you can get. And that's it. That's the game. You see how far you can get. During the day and night, you get attacked by like zombies, werewolf, Van Helsing style characters, right? Era specific, kind of westerny, kind of tropey things. I might put one of those like black dogs or something like that in there, some kind of weird. But anyway, in the kind of Robloxy version that I kind of play, that I'm kind of basing this off of, you just have werewolves and zombies, and you just kill them. You can take all their corpses, throw them into the incinerator, anything that gives you a little bit of fuel to kind of keep going. And that's pretty much it. Dead Rails, there you go. Yeah, Dead Rails. Yeah, if you played it. So I'm just making a Godot-ified multiplayer variant of Dead Rails with my own like splash. And it's meant to be a very simple concept. And yeah. To be honest, it's a great simple concept, just 4-player co-op. We're using Steam to do all the work, so Steam's going to handle all of the peer connections. It just creates a lobby. You jump in the lobby. Very this is meant to be the stupidest of all of my ideas. Can you please add a specific engine for me? Probably not. If you can find that engine on CG Trader and that engine is super cool, I could probably add it. Or I can add it to a wish list. I don't know a lot about trains. If you know a lot about trains, your insight could be very interesting. I have a terrible idea, Fusion, but I want to tell you that terrible idea personally afterwards, on the Discord, and I can already hear you groaning about you. You don't know a lot about trains? I don't know anything about trains, other than 3 days ago playing this particular game with my little guy and being like, this is really fun, this would make a really good, then that's not good. The train in this case is a vehicle that moves forward. That's my only understanding of trains. I imported it. I do personally love trains. I think trains are amazing. I love the era. I haven't just taken the time to really explore it. And thanks for the follow. I'm very serious. If I, it's one of those things. I want to create a 3-month scoped project that we can finish. It would take me a week to clone the mechanics of, Dead Rails. It will take a little bit more assets to flesh it. But then it's pretty much done. But there's a bunch of interesting technology that I want to put into it that is going to be used for my own game, which is procedural generation of meshes and stuff. Bear, check this out. This is what I'm working on now. Check it out. I'm building custom vertex shaders for automatically generating the railroad tracks. So the game will auto-generate specific meshes at certain calibers, and then we'll bake those meshes. And then it'll just use multi-mesh instancing to distribute them in front of you. Pretty cool, huh? It cannot go, absolutely not. I think it's what was it? It was this shader is obviously not working. It's supposed to be at maximum 170 meters of radius over. Oh yeah, right. It's still doing the. Hang on. So I get there has to be 172 meters or something like that for this thing to actually be able to turn around. So I'm totally aware that this turns way too crazy. What does 0.5 mean? Because I think in this, the value is not specific to anything. I need to figure out what this pi over 2. Calculate 1 meter track segment, rotating on a y-axis. but it has to be based upon a max radius. See, that's a radius assumption that the whole thing is. That's your turn. Was just shader? Yes. I think I'm better at recognizing the tail cell signs. Absolutely written by an LLM. This is written by good old-fashioned Grok here, right here on my second screen. Can I see the whistle on the engine? Yep. So which one? What is the whistle? There's also a bunch of weird stuff about this that's not quite accurate, I don't think, or may or may not work. Back top. Anything? And how's it going, bot? A 6 chime sound? Let me new tab. Oh yeah, right. And I was gonna get this navy. No, it resets. Good. How goes the game dev? Good so far. We're doing a little side project to clone Dead Rails from Roblox in Godot as a 4-player multiplayer co-op. We're building the ultimate in shovelware here, you know. And of course, it's just a Unity package. I'll import the FBX and just clean it up in Blender. How's everything going with you? Yeah, so this works. So I'll fix this math later. This is a beautiful chime. Let me go and check that out. Is that free by chance, or do you know, did I close out my Chatterino? Hang on. I have Chatterino open here. Oh, it's so cool. No copyright intended. Feel free to use. So this is actually a recording. I need a bit of cleanup. This is actually fantastic. Battlemore in Ohio, 4-chime whistle. Well, let's do it. Let's find one. Anything here reading for my derail? What are these mods for? What game is this? Oh, Derail Valley. I actually really like that sound. Do you tend to get more chats in YouTube chat or Twitch? It depends. A lot of times more in Twitch because I already have an audience here on Twitch, but on my YouTube channel, I mostly just have. We can't hear your browser sounds. Okay, 1 second. Let me. I can fix that real quick. I think I have them muted here. Let's see. Stands. Do teleport. Ultra wide. Yeah, that's it. Properties. Sure. Oh, maybe it's because my audio is going to my actual, just my microphone, and not the. Yeah, that's probably it. Audio input capture. Zoom audio. Let's do this. So anything now that's happening in Zen should now be coming through. Let me do. It's a toy train. Yeah, I got you. Yeah, I just spent some time trying to find them. I wonder if we could just use that one. I mean, they pretty much said we could. I don't know how clear it is, though. Yeah, it probably works. I could probably clean it up. So while you're holding the whistle, it'll kind of blow, you know, and it'll just ramp down when you let it go. So it'll just kind of, this will be the looping part. Let it go. You have a better idea? I love better ideas. Getting it done is the ultimate. Pull the Polar Express whistle. Okay. I'm going to start this download. So just give me 1 second, and then we'll... just so I have something that we can put in. Okay. And you're saying Polar Express. I don't need. Okay, we're good on that. We'll do that next. Polar Express. So we have like resources. 2 blasts from the Polar Express. There's like stuff in the background though. Moviestands.org. Oh, from the movie. There's a better one, would I go? Any ideas? Right. That one's kind of clear, but I don't know if it's any good. Just rip it from the 2001 PlayStation game of what? Yeah. Polar Express? You're joking. Is there actually a game called the Polar Express for PlayStation 1? I've never. Oh, PlayStation 2. I've never even. Oh, Warner Brothers? What is this? You're joking. Okay, well, I've downloaded this one. It's got a. It's already. It has a lot of echo on it, so it's kind of rough. I'll move it into the game. Don't worry. Let me move this. Godot audio. The echo is a good thing because of the flat landscape and the atmosphere. Yep, I think so too. Is this one? CG trailer. There's a little bit of background noise. We can remove that. Because there's a little bit of like a rumple there. And that's flipped out. Way too blown out, but there's a couple of them. There's a couple of them we can just kind of like edit. Right? Like this. With a little bit of an audio filter, probably wouldn't be so bad. Very easy peasy to kind of knock out. What did these end up getting now? What are we doing? Right, a little bit. Let's click up. Let me create. We're finally like sure. Right. Unlimited, looking for around the space, private AI mode. Where else can you get such a beautiful yet hollow sounding whistle? I don't know. I'm not sure. Is this $7 Canadian per month or $7 USD per month? I know what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna nuke the descent clone thing that I was working on. Your plan is currently limited to 5 spaces. I don't have 5 spaces. I deleted them. I don't know why it's complaining. I gotta go, but good luck. I'll go back and criticize how bad you've messed up trying to understand trains. I love it. Let's do it. I guess I literally have to actually delete it. Internal error, yet it is creating absolutely fine. Why won't you create? Thank you. Like, won't let me upload the icon apparently, or whatever. It's RR then board boom to do. Let's add AccuWay. So male, female models, and add Colt. Shotgun's already gone. Rifle. I don't know why it wanted me to upload images for it. Okay, that started. Yeah, so the curvature, it's not based on the correct. So there's a bend track you import. This is not actually importing. This needs to come in with no LODs. Right, LODs disabled. Normals, import. Yeah, so that mesh. I wonder why we're still getting LODs. Yeah, maybe we have to actually go into this. Yeah, I think these actually need to be saved to a file without LODs. Assets, meshes. Track, mesh, bend V2, sure. Okay. Yeah, it's just base color normals. So it should be. Oh, is there no normal map on this? There should be a normal map on this. Oh, maybe there isn't. Nice track, how's it going, Forgetful? Yeah, I thought there was a normal for this. Fine. Okay then, I guess not. So we'll just What are we at? It'll be the, let's just call this base color, and roughness. God, I'm getting rusty. How do I just forward the space color? Normal that one. Base color, roughness. Just call it albedo texture. Oh, I'm gonna do a fragment review. All right, red channel. Right, so this should be the effective turn radius of a track. Right, it should be 175. For like and at 175, this is supposed to be mirroring. That should be like a super small curvature. Let's do let's see something real quick. Let's do let's make a thing called a rail builder. Alright, between these, we're gonna radius, 0.532. Create a new array of points. Letter cast. Maybe just a tool. Oh, okay, okay. So the pool. Okay, okay. So we decorate the callable with the button. Gotcha, gotcha, gotcha. Oh, okay, okay. It's the curve itself. Gotcha, gotcha, gotcha. Around what? Maybe. I guess that's right, yeah. Because I want to do we'll do a follow path target and do the same thing with a multi-mission instance type situation. I need to figure out what the math is, like with a 3 meter, with a 6 meter segment, what is the curvature of each pixel and the vertex as we're kind of curving, based upon what the center radius should be. All right, but okay, yeah, actually, I was gonna say I gotta use the washroom, but I think I'm gonna get ready and read someone. Oh, this here on YouTube, Fusion. I don't know if you're still watching. I wanted to chat with you if you're still up. And yeah, this will work. All right, let me end it here on YouTube.